amongst supporters and allies of President Trump over Jeffrey Epstein here. Well, Fox News' chief White House correspondent, Mike Emanuel, has a look at that very fight. Let's watch.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
That was then candidate Trump a year ago on the push for the FBI to release classified info in its investigation into the late accused sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Now President Trump is pushing people to move on, including those in his own party.
But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff.
He's dead, he's gone, and all it is the Republicans, certain Republicans got duped by the Democrats, and they're following a Democrat playbook.
But the president's change of tune is now threatening to fracture part of his MAGA base. Trump taking to Truth Social Wednesday, labeling those still talking about it his, quote, past supporters. A DOJ memo last week insisted there was no evidence that Epstein maintained a list of influential clients. That didn't sit well with those who've long alleged the government is hiding something.
Release the Epstein files, am I right? Yeah.
Hey, want to know how I got this $50,000 check for an accident I was involved in over 5 months ago?
The push for more transparency is gaining steam on Capitol Hill, with the House Speaker weighing in Wednesday.
You need to have all of the credible information released for the American people to make their decision. We trust the American people, and I know the president does as well.
So far, President Trump has deferred to Attorney General Pam Bondi on what, if any, information to release. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Let's bring into the conversation our friend there, politics editor at the Washington Monthly, Bill Scher. He joins me. Bill, good to see you here. So first off, let's go back to 2015, 2016. Donald Trump said on the campaign trail at that time, he could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue, shoot someone dead, he wouldn't lose any support. He's losing support now over the Epstein saga here. Is Teflon Don wearing thin, Bill?
Well, this is the one development that does seem to really weaken the MAGA coalition. There's always times where his support has waned in the sort of the center-right folks. But MAGA folks seem to be truly upset about this, at least some. And I think that's because conspiracy theorizing has been a crucial ingredient to holding the MAGA coalition together. It helps Trump portray himself as outside of the establishment. I'm someone who's going to infiltrate the establishment. I'm going to expose the secrets. I'm not going to be kowtowed or co-opted by the deep state. And the clip that you showed beforehand where he said, when he was asked if he would release the Epstein files, and he said, yeah, I would. That's how that segment aired when it first aired in June during the campaign. But he actually said some stuff afterwards that hedged. He said, I guess I would. I think that less so compared to other conspiracy theories he was asked about, JFK and 9/11. I think that less so because you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there. Because it's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least, I don't know about Epstein as much as I do the others. Something about the way he died. It'd be interesting to find out what happened there, because that was a weird situation. The cameras didn't have to be working, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I'd go a long way toward that one. So it's a bit of a word salad. But he had a hesitation from the jump that was not widely understood and accepted by hardcore MAGA people. They expected the full Epstein file. His Pam Bondi and Kash Patel indicated they were going to get it over the last 4 months, and now they're not. And this really unsettles folks who thought, hey, I thought you, Donald Trump, were going to reveal the conspiracies, and now you're going to be part of the conspiracy. That doesn't sit well with them.
Yeah, Bill, I want to kind of highlight that point here. Trump is becoming, in the middle of all of this, what his supporters and acolytes, to what they say and what they claim, are trying to fight. The alleged deep state, the cabal of big government, the elites. And because Donald Trump has been so recalcitrant about this and hesitant to go any further it's almost as if he's now become part of the conspiracy, or at least he's now the central character, because he wants this to go away and he doesn't want to release anything else. Now his supporters think he's in on it.
And I think to the point you were trying to allude to earlier, Trump has always said, from going back to the first campaign, that his supporters would stick with him no matter what, with the Fifth Avenue shooting hypothetical as an example. And he's been proven right on that point time and time again. So you can understand why he thinks he could do it one more time and just tell his people to shut up and move on. There's nothing to see here. And what we've gotten back